speaking of potential idiots, how about we go around?
Oh my God, the Knicks lost again. The Pistons lost again. I'm sorry.
How about we go around the NFL, because I do want to get to some of these stories.
Absolutely.
Big trades, big moves. Who is starting? Who's injured? What does it all add up to? It's time for Around the NFL on Ermanni and Edwards with Maz.
40 minutes, but here we are.
You know who's an idiot? Justin Tucker's an idiot. He had a bad season last year. It's because he had all this crap hanging over his head about these massage therapists saying that he did more than he's supposed to do. And the Baltimore Ravens gave probably the greatest kicker in NFL history his walking papers. He's done in Baltimore. They drafted a kicker in the 6th round that's going to be their new kicker.
Yeah, I know everything hasn't come out yet, but it's pretty – I don't want to say it, but it's safe to assume that the allegations are there's some merit of truth into them, because of this franchise, the Baltimore Ravens. They're an elite franchise. How they operate, how they run, they mismanaged the Lamar Jackson situation, but they figured out and they got it right. So this franchise is choosing to remove arguably the best kicker of all time, and they didn't hesitate about it. That lets you know it's real. It's very similar to the Deshaun Watson thing, right? When Deshaun Watson goes from Houston after the 34, 35, or if it's 59, I don't know, allegations, and you watch him play, never had a good game. Never looked like the old Deshaun Watson. It's impossible to play at a level of that, or a level like Justin Tucker, who made the record-breaking field goal right down the street 3 years ago. It's impossible to play at that level when you're thinking about all that. When you're trying to waiting for this to come out, because at some point you know what you did is gonna come out. So now you're mental. I can't kick a 30-yard field goal because I'm worried about when it's gonna happen, when the action's coming down. Same thing, Deshaun Watson. I can't worry about playing good football because I know that I'm more in the situation that I let off.
And while the Ravens removed Justin Tucker from their team, I'm adding him to your collection, baby.
Yeah.
So get those super chats in right now, and you can get a retirement Tucker.
Oh my God, is that great?
Maybe even me and Stick will sign it since we were there for that
wonderful.
66-yard
record.
We got more super chats coming in.
Wonderful.
And you know what, David Smith?
I already wrote him.
Oh, you did?
Yes.
We need your address, as he mentioned. But David Smith, everybody thinks, as well as David Smith, y'all are on fire today. He dropped a $20 super chat. Randall Smalls, he can never stay away. Do you guys think that this year the Lions pass rush could come from more LBs and secondary blitzes? And go.
Hell yes.
Hell yes, I agree.
Hell yeah.
100%, because you have to evolve your game. Like, if you stay the same, then you're getting worse. I think you evolve. You got one safety that is a damn good blitzer, and Brian Branch reminds me of Tyrann Mathieu and how they used him in KC, 100%. And then I think, once again, you have Jack Campbell on there who will learn it. I think it will help, but I'm starting to pay attention to this defensive line. It's gonna be a good year.
Yes, sir.
From that interior, it'll be a good year.
Totally agreed. All right, let's go on here. Congrats on your Justin Tucker adding on to that card there. Thank you for Anson ran out of here, and he ran right to get one of his Tucker.
Now, this doesn't like when we run out either.
Does his value go up or down because of the situation? I can never tell, because I remember the Menendez brothers card. It went very high.
Yeah, well, kicker card.
That was a Mark Jackson card.
I know.
Yeah.
Honestly, Justin Tucker is the most valuable kicker card out there, but in terms of hierarchy, quarterback, all the other guys.
Yeah, there's two kickers in the NFL Hall of Fame, so it makes sense.
Morton Anderson's one of them.
Wow.
Morton Anderson.
Mm-hmm.
Jason Hansen should be in there.
He should be in the Lions Ring of Honor. Mike Tomlin.
Wow. Who?
Mike Tomlin is entering his 19th year with the Pittsburgh Steelers, making him the longest tenured coach in North America.
Wow.
Mike Tomlin. And here it is, guys. This is how old I am. Add this to your list. Chuck Noll, Bill Cowher, Mike Tomlin. Those are the three coaches that have coached the Steelers in my life. 3 freaking coaches.
I saw a meme. I saw a meme about this. Sometimes I don't care if a meme or something is whatever it is. If it's funny, it's funny.
Yeah.
The meme said, and I quote, but I thought they said brothers didn't get head coaching jobs.
Yeah, there you go. There you go. Hey,
funny.
they started the Rooney Rule, if you remember, named after Art Rooney. The Rooney Rule, of course, is you have to give African American and minorities a chance to become head coaches. That came from the Pittsburgh Steelers.
They did, but how they run the rule is terrible. They basically just use.
The rule's terrible.
Exactly.
They circumvent so much through it.
It's like
probably
let's
made
just
it worse.
interview to meet the quota.
Probably
and
made
hire
it
the
worse.
guy we want. Yeah, 100%.
So what do you guys think about Mike Tomlin entering year number 19? Who's going to be his quarterback?
Here's my question for him. I wonder what arrangement do Mike Tomlin and the front office have? Hey, look, if you don't complain and ask to get a quarterback, if you don't ruffle any feathers, you don't make any waves, we'll never fire you. Meanwhile, don't say anything, don't ask for anybody, just be the coach. Because that's what it feels like. Because Mike Tomlin has never voiced out loud. Mike Tomlin just seems like a guy that is happy to be employed by the Pittsburgh Steelers. Now, I love Mike Tomlin as a coach and what he's done, but it's stale. Like, the act is stale, and I'm wondering whose fault is it? Is it the front office? They didn't want to go get a quarterback? Is it Mike Tomlin not pressing the issue on what they should do? I'm just confused at what the Steelers' situation is and Mike Tomlin. Because I really feel like if you don't rustle any feathers, you can be the coach.
They've got their backup quarterback as their starting quarterback right now, Mason Rudolph. They have Skylar Thompson, and they drafted the kid from Ohio State.
Will
Howard. That's their quarterback room right now. And, of course, Aaron Rodgers is still chilling. He was at the Derby on Saturday. By the way,
everywhere but Pittsburgh.
The Derby winner, it was, what's his name again, Pete? Sovereignty.
Ooh.
He's not going to run in the second jewel of the Triple Crown, the
Crazy.
Preakness. So I say, hey, horse racing, as a lifelong lover of horse racing,
Pause.
you guys have no idea how to make your sport better.
I agree.
He should be forced. It's an honor to run in the Triple Crown. But these people are going to go the way of PETA, I guess, and give him a 2-month rest. All of that. Don't run for the Triple Crown. Last week, the Derby, it was the highest. 22 million people watched the Derby. That's a lot of people watching the Derby. Never mind 160,000 people at Churchill Downs.
Damn.
But to me, to not run in the Preakness when you're completely healthy, the horse is healthy, everything is great, that's a slap in the face to horse racing. That's a bad look.
Hold on, go back. 160,000?
Mm-hmm.
Yes.
Yeah.
They make the big house look bad.
Yeah. Ain't that something?
100%. That's dope.
And 22 million watching a little horse race that goes 2 minutes and change. By the way, Secretariat 1973, 2 seconds faster than this Derby winner.
Why is that?
He was just superhuman, super equine.
Didn't he do that on dry conditions?
Yeah, but 159, no one's ever touched his record. Yeah. No one's under 2 minutes.
Sovereignty might have on dry.
Well, we don't know, and we'll never know if he's going to be a
159 and excuse me, Secretariat ran in what?
73.
73.
Yeah.
Whew,
and his record
52?
hasn't been broken in 50 years.
And it won't be.
50 plus years.
So did they cheat?
No.
I'm just joking.
No way.
It's like Usain Bolt.
They don't have AAU for horses now.
All right.
That's
In
pretty good.
case you missed it, George Kittle signed a 4-year, $76 million extension. At draft day, the 49ers had about 3 teams asking to trade for George. They were offering him a 3rd-round pick to get George Kittle. San Francisco said, no, thank you. And they made him the highest paid tight end in football. I like George Kittle. I loved him on receiver. He was a great story. His wife, Claire, beautiful girl, great story. They got together in college. I like him. I mean, I wouldn't mind him being on my team.
Yeah, you know what, Maz, I agree with you 100%. Like, at first, I watched George Kittle this season. Before the season, I would say that's stupid. George has been injured a bunch. He's an older tight
Keeps
end.
coming
Kind of
back.
like same as Travis Kelce you saw this year. It's like, nah, don't bring him back. But he's a staple piece for what this franchise once was. Because I think they're on the decline. They're no longer what they were 2 years ago, 3 years ago, 5 years ago. But he's a staple piece. And like you say, he's a good dude. He's a leader. When he plays damn hard. He gives it all that he can. He makes his team better, too. So 44 for a guy like that, that's not a lot of money. You got the cheese, Jed York, pony up. I think it's a good move for them to keep it intact because he's one of those players you need. Like Fred Warner on the other side, they're captains out there, they're leaders out there. That's like getting rid of Alex Anzalone.
It's like Chris Spielman at tight end. I
Better.
love him.
Much better analogy.
Big, huge fan
Much
of
better.
just him being a football player. It's Yushik's wife that's got me.
Hey, we didn't give Braylon a chance.
He's got a hell of a shoe collection.
By the way, you got 5 minutes, right? 4 minutes to get your
20
super
seconds
chats
for
in.
hockey
Yeah,
picks.
Sorry.
Burn.
She goes on tomorrow then.
Woodward sports fans just need to sell the card back and forth to create demand for an Anson and Stick signed Justin Tucker card. I'm going to do that. I'm going to have me and Stick sign that. We'll hold it back for a week because he left. But while my man Pete gets that wheel
all set.
together and we're going to spin it, I've got to sneak in a question because I need some answers, guys.
All right.
All right.
Bray, I'll ask you about Sharon Moore tomorrow.
Yeah.
All right.
Detroit. There's been a toxic spill in Detroit. And Detroit is
So?
now uninhabitable for the next 100 years.
Was it Steve Eiserman?
And you have been tasked. You have been tasked
Wow.
with relocating
Bray's
each
gonna choke.
team
That was
to a
disrespectful.
different city within the state of Michigan. Not talking about Detroit FC because Hamtramck somehow came out unscathed. But the 4 major sports teams, you got to relocate them. Tell me where quickly and give me a little short why.
Oh, I just heard the question. Pete, you go.
I'm busy. Go ahead.
go.
I got to finish up
I'll
the show.
go. I'll bring the Red Wings to my hometown of St. Clair Shores.
Okay.
They can play in Civic Arena right up the street from my house. It'll be easy. Go there. The Pistons, I'm going to move them out to, where was the old Joe Dumars field house?
Oh, man. That's on,
Utica?
that's on 19 and a half
M59
mile
and
to
Mound.
Mound.
That's where I'm moving the Pistons. I'm moving them to the old Joe Dumars field house.
I've been there a couple
It's
times.
probably knocked down by now. I think they put up the fair
M59
over
and
there.
Mound.
That leaves us with the Lions right now. I'm going to move the Lions. Where am I going to put the Lions? I'm going to put the Lions in Pontiac. Where the hell do you think I'm going to put the Lions? I'm putting them in Pontiac, and I'm putting the Pistons right next door at Auburn Hills.
I don't hate that. I don't hate that.
How about that?
I ain't putting, I'm not taking no team out of Detroit and putting it anywhere that's not Detroit. You kiss my butt.
Not even Pontiac and Auburn Hills?
I'm just joking. But you guys did everything that's kind of like in the area or that's already been. Let's have some fun. Why not put the Red Wings in Grand Rapids? There you go.
That's
You
all I
got the
was gonna
water. You
Oh,
got
there
a
you go.
couple
That's what I was
arenas
gonna
over
do.
there. You
The
got
Griffins are already there. Maybe they can merge.
There you go.
Maybe they
Decent
can merge.
downtown. The Tigers. Let's send the Tigers to Traverse City.
Oh, I forgot the Tigers.
Let's throw the Tigers up there in Traverse City.
No,
Why not?
Tigers, you put them in Utica.
100. You said
In
what?
that the USPBL ballpark.
Jimmy
Put 'em
John's
in
Stadium?
Jimmy John's.
Okay.
Put them in Jimmy John's.
Okay, why not? I like that.
Traverse
Take 'em
City
in.
is good, though.
Yep.
They got the beach bums up there.
So now I have
Traverse
to put
City
the
Beach
Lions.
Bums.
I have to put the Lions somewhere. Where's a good area by the airport? Kind of where they are. Maybe Romulus. Knock some-
Romulus Lions.
Maybe not right by the airport. Make it easy. Romulus or somewhere in that area.
Or maybe in AP. Maybe in Allen Park, where they are.
What about you, Rick?
Nah, I'm putting the Lions in Flint.
Oh,
I'm helping Flint out.
I love
Put
it.
the Lions there, and I wouldn't mind going.
why
back
would you
out
want to
there.
do that to Flint?
Because they have plenty of space. I'm
know,
just
I'm
gonna be
joking.
real. They
But
got,
do they have plenty of?
Agua.
Never mind. I'm not gonna.
and they're essentially located, so I feel like people We in need northern agua. Michigan can get there and all that stuff.
Agua.
I'm with you with putting the Red Wings in Grand Rapids. I think that's good, but since you already said that, I'm gonna move them over to Kalamazoo. I'm gonna put them in Kalamazoo. I feel
Okay.
like that's a good spot
Shout
for
out
them.
Angels.
I'm putting the Tigers in Lansing at the Lugnuts Stadium because I feel like that's a really good stadium,
Not bad.
right in the middle of the city.
Okay.
I've never seen something like that when it's that small. Well, who else? Who didn't I say?
I didn't put the Red Wings anywhere.
Pistons you
oh, yeah,
left
we
out.
did.
Pistons. Oh, I like the field house. I'll put them in the field house. Yeah, I'm good with that.
Pete, you got a quick one for me?
No, I'm kind of busy, but go ahead.
He's
brother.
gonna wheel.
Sorry,
All
I'm
right.
man. I'm sorry, Anson.
It's okay. I love the Traverse City Tigers.
Okay.
Absolutely
There it is.
beautiful place in the summer. Put up a nice stadium right on the water and watch Torkelson knock them right into Lake Michigan.
I like that.
The Lansing Lions, because the Lions are for everyone in the state of Michigan, so you put them right in the damn middle.
Yeah.
You know my Pistons are the Pontiac Pistons. I'm resurrecting the Silverdome,
I have no problem with
and
that.
we're putting them back there. And then the Red Wings will be the Port Huron Red Wings, so they can get
Those are great
all
places.
kinds of love from Canada.
And Doc Emmerich's up there.
You thought
you go.
about this one very well.
There you
Yeah.
go. I've been
You know
holding
what-
on to this one for about a month. I
See,
mean,
I did my last second.
Same. If we're playing hypotheticals, hypothetically, if Highland Park looked like it did back in the 70s and 80s, I would put a team in Highland
the
Park.
City of Trees, the first suburb in the
Wow.
country.
That used to be where all the money was.
Is that what they called
Like back in
Highland
the
Park?
40s,
The City of
50s.
Trees? Mm-hmm. Wow.
1952.
Shout out to my man Darren Hill, who still lives
Okay.
in Highland Park. By the way, here is your
Who do
NHL
we have?
Stanley Cup
Here we go.
update.
Oh,
Here we go. You don't have to do anything, Pete.
Yeah,
Don't
I'm
worry.
We're
gonna
going
say
to
I'm kinda-
405.
Leafs hang on last night. They beat the Panthers 5-4. They barely hung on. They almost leafed. They're up a 1-0 right now. 2 game ones tonight. Capitals and the Canes, the Knights and the Oilers, and the Wings dropped to 13th in the hapless NHL draft. The Isles of New York have the number 1 pick. They had 3% chance of getting it, and they got it. And of course, the Red Wings, they got it as well, as always.
I wonder why a New York team got it.